Okay, so our next project's going to be kind of a Christmas winter project. So if you want to make these Christmassy, you can, but if you want to make them wintry, that'd be even better so they can stay up in January on your bulletin boards. We're going to do a pair of mittens. So you're going to need a pencil. You're going to need 2 pieces of this white paper that your teacher has, okay? And you're going to draw 1 mitten per piece of paper. And we're going to work on symmetry, which symmetry means if you take one and it's flipped, it exactly matches. So we want 1 mitten to be the exact match of the other mitten. So we're going to talk about how to do that. So the first thing we're going to do is draw our mitten. And I want you to do this with a pencil. I'm going to do it with a marker so you guys can see. And I want your paper to go the tall way, which is called portrait, not landscape. And the first thing I want you to do is to draw a line here, and then draw a line pretty even with it. Probably about, we're going to come in a little ways on this one. Okay, so do you see that? This one's kind of off the side. This one's pretty close to the side, okay? And then what I want you to do is make a curve, ever so slight curve, not a crazy curve, like that, and join the two, and then make a curve here and join this one. So this is like the cuff of your mitten, okay? All right, then we're going to draw the thumb, and I'm going to come out like this, and I'm going to go like that, kind of a hook shape, okay? That is my thumb, okay? And now I'm going to go here, and I go just pretty much straight up, and then I'm going to overlap that thumb just a little bit like that, okay? And there is my mitten. Okay, erase it, get it to where you like it. Okay, you can pause here and wait. And then when you get it done, I want you to go ahead and trace it with your black colored pencil and trace it nice and dark. Okay, then take it, put it down here, flip it over, and hopefully this will work. You'll be able to see it. So make sure you flip it over because you need the mirror image, because you don't want 2 of both right-handed gloves or 2 of both left-handed gloves. You need to get the other one. And if this doesn't work for you, the other thing you could do is trace this with the pencil. Oh, that doesn't work. I don't know. Hopefully this works. We'll figure that out. Okay. So if not, I'll send some Sharpies over because you definitely can see through it with the Sharpie. So then I'm just going to trace it. Okay, so now I have a set of identical mittens that are completely symmetrical with each other, okay? One for one hand and one for the other. Now, I want you to color those in patterns that match each other. So you're going to use your colored pencils. And if I put red on one side, I'm going to put red on the other. So I'm going to pause here and show you. Okay, so I'm hoping my colored pencils, are dark enough here. Turn off, dumb thing. How do I get that to go away? Okay, sorry. Okay, hopefully you can see my colored pencils here. So I think you can. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on these at the same time. So I'm going to put a line here in red. And then to match, I have to put a line here in red because if this is going to be symmetry, this has to match. Okay, then I'm going to color whatever pattern I want to do in here. And these, think of really crazy, like mittens and sweaters that have those Fair Isle print in them. They have a lot of designs and patterns and different colors. Just don't go color your mittens red. It's not what we're trying to do. Don't color them solid. We're doing patterns and lines in those mittens. They should look like some really fun mittens. So I'm doing diamonds here. Okay, and you get the idea. So I'll pause here, but I'm going to make this one match this one. Okay, so here's where I'm at. So you'll see I have a gray. Okay, and it's okay to leave that white around here as long as I don't do that too much. I'm just using a little bit of white, or I may decide to come back in later and put that in there. So I'm going to kind of do some things in grays and reds and blacks because I like that color scheme right now. So you kind of see where I'm headed here. Okay, so on this layer, I'm doing some stripes, and I want you to see how I stopped where the thumb would be. So I'm kind of making, like on this one right here, I'm kind of continuing that line on right there. And then I'm going across like that, and then I'm putting in my stripes. Okay, so you can see where I did that over here, like this. And then when I get to here, I want to ever so slightly move that. So I'm going to make it just be just a little bit skinnier here. And then I'm going to kind of change the direction of my stripe. And so it's still the same pattern, but you can tell that it's a little different part of the glove. And that should help it look like there's a thumb there. Okay, so hopefully you can see how I did that. I'm going to come back in and make those a little thicker. Okay, so that's how I did that on that one, and I'll do that on the other as well. Okay, so hopefully you can tell what we're doing with the symmetry. So I'm going to stop this lesson here for now, but we'll keep going on with this, and we'll decide if you're going to leave this white. I think this one down here is going to be much more plain or solid for the cuff. Okay, maybe make it white or gray or something like that. But lots of patterns up here, and this pattern on this glove should exactly match the pattern on the other glove. Okay, because this is symmetry. If we folded them in half, they would match up. It's kind of what symmetry means. Okay, so keep working on that, and tune in for the next lesson.